here tonight amongst this community. Yes, it's true. I'm currently starring as Satine in Moulin Rouge on Broadway. And yes, for those keeping score, it is a Thursday night. So you may be wondering why I'm here and not on stage just down the street at the Al Hirschfeld Theater. The truth is that I'm here tonight because I really wanted to be. I never really shared my story. Okay. Yeah. I've never really shared my story, but because of my recent struggles, I felt now was the perfect time. Thank you to GLA for allowing me to do so tonight. It's safe to say that the overwhelming majority of my life has been spent fighting and healing Lyme disease. I was diagnosed with chronic late-stage neurological Lyme in first grade after 3 years of misdiagnosis. It has been decades of highs and lows, an incredible disconnect between my mind, my body, my spirit, years of testing and doctors and antibiotics and IVs and allergic reactions. I had to relearn how to read, memory loss, emotions, arthritis. Just reading this list of things is overwhelming. And secondary illnesses and infections. While always knowing how Lyme could and would show up in my day-to-day, I was otherwise living a healthy and functioning, successful life. That is, until recently. On August 24th, I called out sick from work, which was rare for me, as Alan knows. I should note that this is not including the 2 rounds of COVID I had, which, by the way, COVID and Lyme, not great duet partners. But August 24th, everything changed for me. I called out sick, and I continued to be completely out of the show for the next 6 weeks. What started out as a neck injury and a rib injury escalated quickly to something more. It wasn't just the injuries, and while doctors insisted everything was okay, I just needed to rest, get into physical therapy, I knew something else was going on. And so began the series of countless vials of blood, nerve testing, skin biopsies. I was wearing a heart monitor for some time, scans, sonograms, CT scans, MRIs, PET MRIs of my heart and my brain, and more. I was diagnosed again with an activation of my late Lyme, as well as post-COVID and additional autonomic dysfunction. I'm no stranger to this fight, and I am slowly making my way back into Moulin Rouge. Instead of the normal 8 shows a week, I'm starting with 2, 3, making my way back up to the intensity of professional athletics that is a 2-hour and 45-minute Broadway marathon. Some days are better than others, of course, and accepting that is a journey all of its own. I don't speak about my Lyme much, maybe because people don't usually understand how serious and complex it can be, because it robbed me of almost all of my formative years, years when all I wanted to do was be like all the other kids, but also because in my line of work, I didn't want to be seen as less than or some sort of a liability in a business where there's always hundreds of other performers and actors just sort of like waiting to take your place. Well, I've had enough of that. So there's only one me, there's only one you, and only one you that has been through what you have been through. And that's what makes you special. That's what makes me special. And sharing makes me honest and real and vulnerable and authentic. And what is art or a life well lived without any of those things? So I don't want to, yes. I don't want to be part of a business where I have to hide what makes me human to succeed. And I don't want to continue living my life pretending that this is not my reality. I realize that if I don't have an appreciation for how far I have come, how can I continue to find reason to keep going? I will continue to fight, and I will continue this healing journey for probably the rest of my life. I have so many more dreams to dream and so much more life to live, and in the darkest of times when I don't think I can do it anymore, I remember how it feels to have even just a small victory, and sometimes that small victory is just allowing myself to be exactly where I am in any given moment, and that is a huge lesson. The language we use for Lyme is active and visceral. It's battle language. A battle that we cannot and should not have to fight alone, which is why this organization is so very important. It's so important to share our knowledge and bring as much attention and awareness to Lyme disease as possible. I ask everyone here tonight to please give what they can. GLA is leading the way in making untold stories like mine a part of the past. I know we can get there. It takes stories like mine and people like you to make that happen.